I'm Floyd, and I was watching television with my wife, and Kate came on and was talking about how she was helping vets who were trying to and didn't know how to apply for disability, and also talked about vets that had been trying with other outfits and other companies and other avenues, much like I did. And so I wrote down her phone number, and that's how I got into this program. I talked to Kate and said, I was working with an outfit, I'll leave their name out, 4 years. And every time the VA said, we need more information, we need documentation, I did it. We filled it all out, sent it in, and then they would come back with a denial. And you had a short period of time, which I didn't know. This fella would put in for the extension. In the 4th year, though, it slipped his mind. And so 4 years of work went down the drain. And so now I'm figuring, what am I going to do next? And it was like a week. And Kate's on television, and my wife and we said, oh my goodness, we got to try this. This, anything was better than a ship sinking. And so I would encourage everybody, anybody, if anywhere along the way, if you run into stumble blocks or don't know or understand, you may qualify for disability, you should apply. Kate and her group, fantastic. They know all the answers. They're not stumble bumming around. And guess what? They meet all of the dates. They get it done on time and short too. Not 4 years later where we're still applying. When I came to VetCom, I was at 10% after 4 years. Within 3 months, give or take a day or two, I'm up to 40%. About 4 to 6 months later, I'm up to 80%. And I still have another facet of my disability that has not been addressed. The VA is like eating a pizza. They feed you one slice at a time. They don't give you the whole pizza. And so we're gonna apply for the last leg, and hopefully we'll get to 100%, and that's fantastic. Everybody knows the political climate today. And 4 years ago, things were a lot less expensive than they are today. And so we were slowly sinking into the abyss where we cut back a lot of our things that we enjoyed eating, doing, or participating in. And now, of course, this extra money coming in, we're back to living a better life because we have income. And I know everybody out there, you guys, jobs are hard to come by, and if you're a vet and you have any disability, it's hard to get hired. And if you do, it's hard to maintain, stay on, because the bosses want more output than we can normally give them. So I really telling you guys, the disability check is for the rest of your life. Things that we were putting off doing around our house because we didn't have the money anymore, now all of a sudden they're back up and say, hey, you know what, we can fix the roof. Hey, we can fix the patio. We're ecstatic. It's fantastic. Everybody should take that into consideration. And if you're married or you are into any kind of relationship, you got to feed 2 people or 3 people. You might want to really give this a lot of consideration and move this on top of the list. My service is, I know none of it, you guys have this, a China Service Medal, okay? So that's how far back I go. I've been out more than 20 years. I did not retire. Military life was not really for me. Coming in and blowing up several of the buildings near me, I said, this is it, I'm out. I left. I just got out of the service, honorably discharged, 1960. Now here it is, and I just got rated for disability. So time, don't let time be a factor of you not applying, please.
We have Floyd and Chin, the sellers, and we have been helping them over the course of this year.
My name is Floyd, and I'm honorably discharged, and I've been working with another outfit here in San Diego for 4 years. And after 4 years of we need documentation for this and documentation for that, come to find out they didn't need any of it. 4 years. And so my wife and I were watching the television, and Kate came on one of the programs.
On KUSI, I think, yep.
Yes, and it blew us away. We wrote down the phone number right away and made contact. I can't emphasize enough of all the wasted garbage that this other outfit was asking for. Discharge papers, yeah, that's nice. But how about, can you prove an incident that you claim happened did take place? How do you do that? We're lucky because the ship I was on was in a typhoon in the South China Sea, and National Geographic got a picture from an aircraft carrier of our ship. Well, there's 2 stacks where they make steam to run the ship. The water went down the stack, and all the power went out, all the lights went out, and in the meantime, the ship was not only going up and down and sideways and left and right simultaneously with no lights, with probably 100 other fellas. At that time, there weren't too many ladies in the Navy. But anyway, it was Dante's Inferno, everything you could possibly imagine. And many folks had just finished dinner and they were bringing it back up. Went a whole different approach. First of all, yes, you wanted discharge papers. And then we talked about what was my disability impacting and how, not only with me, but my family, my wife. And those are the kind of issues that the Raiders were looking for. Very fortunately, one of the Raiders, I was all geared to go and see somebody in person, and this, talk about shoot 'em up fast. Guess what? You guys and Kate had already, informed me, gave me the information that I should be aware of that they're going to be asked. And it's important that don't answer a statement that is ambiguous. But remember, the rater is going to use the VA vernacular with the correct buzzword, where I might have had a symptom, and said it, and nobody else. Well, that's not on our list. And so I guess the report she made was so great for the actual VA person that does the rating. We came back with 40%, and we had 10% coming in. Kate got us another 30%, and then on top of that, we're at 80% yesterday.
It was very good. They only take like 15J, and we got the result back right away. And I talked to her, I said, thank you very much for your help, and appreciate that the time you spend with us. She's very good, very intelligent. And that's it. 15 days, we got the letter.
Well, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so just for you guys, I want you to understand that sometimes people tell you on the sales side, it's been too long. I've been out too long, they're not gonna be able to get it done. Floyd's been out for 63 years.
Yes.
He's been out of the service for 63 years, and we managed to get his mental health rated all this time later. That's crazy if you think about it. And no one else would even take it by the DAV, by the DFW. They would not have known those things. They would have just said a bunch of stuff. The rater would have said, you've been out for 60 years. You probably had some other PTSD events. We're not going to rate you. So I just wanted you guys to understand and hear from them how important the work that we do is. And we're a blessing to people, but they bless us, really, because us being able to have these stories to tell people and inspire them, I think is a really big deal. So I just want to thank you guys for listening to their story. I'm going to let them go.
Hi, I'm Elaine Wilson. I work at VetCom in the operations department. Listening to Floyd Sellers' story today blew me away. It was exciting because I've noticed the short time that I've been working here, how many veterans have not gotten the help that they've needed and how many have benefited being here with VetCom alone. And Floyd Sellers is around the age that my father is in, and his story helped me to feel positive about approaching my dad about potentially coming to VetCom to get assistance, because he's never claimed anything. He's always felt that he couldn't. And clearly he has an opportunity to give it a shot, and I'm grateful for listening to Floyd and sharing his story. See, before coming here, I only heard it through conversations with Kate and Tim. I only heard about it. Actually being here and seeing all the different veterans making phone calls and inquiring about what our company does, and hearing what our responses are and how exciting to see someone who comes in at 10% and they jump to 30 or they jump to 40, or watching them go to 50 or even higher just within the short amount of time that I've been here. That has encouraged me. The best part is that they're getting what they're owed from serving our country, and that's going to help them live their lives in a better way.
Hi, I'm Rick Kubrick from VetCom. I'm the COO, and today we had a really great experience to be able to hear from one of our veterans talking about his experience with us, working in the background of helping veterans in their processes, making sure that we can get their claims pushed through and get them approved. Hearing from him and his experience that he had previously with trying to get his claim and approved and get his disability, and not having success, and then coming through to us and us being able to help him, and it makes our work really worthwhile.
Well, you know, I worked for the VA for 10 years, and so I was always on the backside where service members did come see us face to face. The only interaction we would have with the service members from a VSR or RVSR position would be as we'd have to pick up the phone and give them a call. But when you see somebody, and you know, like, you can tangibly see somebody and see how they feel, how they react, there's a different level of support or empathy that you can have for that service member, and you can see like how VetCom is helping tangibly see how it's changing their life. I had a chance to see him live and in person, and he got to share the testimony about what VetCom did for him, and I think it's extremely powerful to see the tangible results. So to VetCom, keep up the good work. You're making a difference one veteran at a time. Right.
Hi, my name is Cassie McGraw. I am the director of our conversion team here at VetCom. Today, Floyd and his wife came in, and we got to hear such a great story, how we were able to take him from his 10% to 40 and then up to 80%. He had been out of the military for over 60 years. I mean, to me, that is absolutely amazing. We were able to change their life. Now they can go ahead and take that compensation. I mean, it is very expensive here in California. So the inflation has caused many families to not be able to afford or sustain their way of living. Now they can go and update their kitchen that they've never updated. You know, redo their balcony like they've been wanting to for years. So for me, that was such a great story to hear.
Hi everyone, I'm Valerie with VetCom. So recently we had a lovely couple come in. It was Floyd and his wife Chin. I heard their story. They came in person. I heard their story. They previously worked with the company to get their rating up for 4 years. It took them, and they didn't even have results. When we stepped in, we not only were able to get them from 10% to 80%, but in a short amount of time. It's one thing hearing their stories on the phone, right? I help with the process, walk them through from A to Z, and answer any questions that they have. But it's one thing hearing it over the phone, their successful results, but seeing it in person is a whole nother story. It's just really, really fulfilling, and I'm really glad to be here. And I'm looking forward to helping other veterans really get what they deserve. It's remarkable, it's life-changing.
Hi, I'm Sarah Smith. I'm the claims director here at VetCom. It was so amazing. It was so great to actually get to see them in person and get to hear their story. I mean, known them for a while, for this last years we've worked with them, and to actually get to see the result of the work that we've done with them and to see how it has changed their lives, truly changed their entire lives, was just the most amazing thing. And they are the sweetest people. It's such an honor to be able to help them. And truly a great reminder of why we help all veterans, why we're doing what we're doing, changing lives and helping veterans. You know, it took a little while to get up to that 80%, but we do not give up here at VetCom. And we've got great strategies for when the VA gives us exactly what the VA always gives us. Don't wait. I mean, he tried for so many years and everyone else failed him. And now within less than a year, in a matter of months, we were able to get him up to 80% and change his life in a much, and I'm sure he said the exact same thing, much easier way than he ever thought possible. You know, the work we do here is amazing and I'm honored to get to be a part of it. It's extremely meaningful.